Yeah, Amina, we hear you.
Goodness. Finally, you can hear me.
I hear you. I don't know what was going on with you, but it's okay. Thank God you are working now. Go ahead. What do you want to say to
Yeah.
us?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm interrupting your conversation. I don't know what you guys were talking about because I had to just reload the app. So
No, no, it's
I
okay.
don't.
We are talking about racism in Islam. What do you think about Islam? Is Islam racist?
As far as I know, Islam isn't racist. I've been, my family and I all practice Islam for as long as I've known. I was born into it. I've not experienced racism.
Where,
And
where are where
so,
are you from, if you don't mind to say?
well, I live in the UK. I live in England, but my family's from North of Africa.
Okay. But if we go right now and we search in the internet, like if we say you are from Morocco, do Moroccan people mistreat a black African in Morocco?
Well, the part of Africa that my family were from, um, yeah, I don't.
Okay, so Morocco,
Um,
let me make it simple. Morocco, until now, they mistreat African. Tunisia, they mistreat African, and we can show the reference right now. Libya, they capture African until now, and all North Africa. In fact, Morocco was the biggest market for slavery in the world.
yeah, but I don't think you can misconstrue religion with like actual people because you can say the same thing for you can say the same thing for any country that has religion or
No,
you
no,
can
no.
say
This
like
is this
it's
is not
racist
this
even.
is not about a country. This is based on the religion. Did your prophet allow you to capture people and enslave them?
Um, I know in the Quran it says obviously like that the slavery does exist, but I don't think it's something that we currently practice, or at least like
No,
if I'm being completely
currently,
honest, yes, where I'm from.
currently you don't practice because Muslims are not the one who is the superior in the world, and the Western they force their rules. So when the Western they say nobody slavery, nobody slavery. That's it. That's the whole idea. Otherwise, actually, until now in Mauritania they have slaves. Until now, big
Yeah,
number.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was just going to say, yeah, I grew up with that knowledge. I grew up in that society of, people that there were people that were subservient to a certain class of people or certain ethnic groups of people. But it is servitude. It is indentured servitude, and it's not right. I was against it. Not, people were comfortable with
All right.
it,
So let us move to something more
but I don't
important.
think it's linked. I wouldn't
Do
say that's
do
linked
do
to
bla-
Islam.
do
Like
black do
it's not
black
obvious to say that
Okay.
it's linked to
Is it
Islam.
is it true? Is it true that in Islam anyone when I enter heaven he must be white?
He must be white.
Yes.
I've never heard of that. That sounds crazy.
Okay. Do you speak Arabic?
No, I don't speak Arabic.
But you said you are from
No.
Morocco.
No, no, I didn't say I'm from Morocco. I didn't say I'm from. I said I'm from. My family's from the north of Africa.
Oh, okay.
Mauritania is the country that you mentioned is actually where my family is from. So
All right. Okay. So if we go right now to the Quran and let us see, do you see my screen?
I don't because I'm on Discord, and to be
Okay.
quite frank
I
with
will I
you,
will I will share it in Discord. I will
okay.
share it in Discord so you can see it. Do you see my screen now?
Yeah, I do see your
Yeah, I
screen.
was refuting this Abdul here, but let me show you the Quran. We will go to the Quran.
Okay, go on.
Uh, if we go to the Quran, we will find the following. Actually, before we go to the Quran, have you ever heard of something, the revolution of the Zinj?
No, where's that?
You see my screen says Zinj rebellion,
Yeah,
869 AD. This is not long after Muhammad,
yeah.
883. The black
Hmm.
slave revolt against the Abbasi Caliphate Empire. What
Yeah,
what happened is that the Muslims they captured tens of thousands of a black African and they forced them to be their slaves, specifically in farming or sex. The beautiful women they go
oh,
to for sex, the one who don't look good or old or men they go for farming. So in that territory, in Iraq, where the caliphate located, they have tens of thousands of black, to the point that the whole population in the area of Al-Basra become black. And we are talking about the farming area. So those people, they revolt for their freedom when they noticed that they became big in number. They said to themselves, we can be free from the white man who control us, who enslave us. And the war started, and the Arab, they slaughter every single black one of them. So you never heard of this before, right?
No, it's not something that I've heard of or anyone talks about.
Anyone can search what you see in the screen. Search for the Zinj rebellion, and you will find it. Now let us go to the Quran.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, historical events don't necessarily...
No, but those historical events, they are coming from the Quran. They are coming from the Quran. Did your prophet own black slaves?
I don't know if he owned... If he did, it's not something...
Bilal is very famous. Bilal, Muhammad, he died.
I've heard of Bilal. Yeah, I've heard of Bilal.
Bilal, he was a slave of Muhammad, and Muhammad died, and Bilal still is a slave. But let us see, you know.
And I thought Bilal was highly regarded because he got to call the adhan and everything.
So he was commanded. It's not because he was respected, but because he's a poor black slave. The white man. Why Muhammad did not command Abu Bakr to shout? He commanded the black, the slave. The white people don't wake up.
I heard that, you know, he eradicated slavery, and that, you know,
Muhammad, he died and he owned slaves. Is that correct?
I don't know that if Muhammad...
Okay, we will go for that part. Let us read the Quran here, and we will go to that part about Muhammad, what he did with the slavery. Muhammad, he encouraged the slavery, and one of his titles is Ba'i'ul Abid, which means the slave sellers. Can you read for me, please, what the Quran is saying?
On the day of resurrection, when some of the faces will become white, and some faces will become black. As for those faces will become black, to them will be said, did you reject faith after accepting? Then taste the torment of hell. Taste the torment in hell for rejecting the faith.
Continue.
And for those faces who will become white, they will be in Allah's mercy, paradise. Therein they shall dwell forever.
You said, when I said to you that in Islam only white people are welcome, you said that would be funny.
But do you not think that that could just be said for, like, their faces are turning black because not racially, it's not like a racial thing, it's more so like because they're evil, and like I think everyone kind of understands.
Why if somebody evil, his face will turn black? So if I'm evil, so if I am like, can't I be evil and I'm white?
No, of course you can, but then your face could still turn black because that might just be the connotation for evil, you know?
Okay, why? You know, like why he did not say
associated with sex, and like black could be associated with evil.
I will go with you, but why Allah he chose to say that the one who is evil will be black? Why did not say the one who will be evil will be white?
Well, maybe it's just what people understood back then, much like, you know, how Christ uses the fig tree, even though we don't have fig trees in current day. Like we do, but like, you know, in England, I don't walk around seeing fig trees.
You have a lot of fig tree. No, you have a lot of fig tree in England. If you go right now.
No, but I've never seen a fig tree. No, I've never walked out and seen a fig tree.
It's called the brown turkey. So there you have a lot of fig tree in England. Same time, here it's physical. If we go right now, have you ever heard of the Quran tafsir?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
All right. So in the Quran, there's a chapter, the chapter of the ants. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Chapter of the ant, verse number 82.
Ant. Oh, okay, ants, right.
Ants, yeah, yes. Ants, yeah. So chapter 27, verse number 82, it says that there is a beast will come from the ground. Do you know what this beast will do?
No, I don't know what it will do, but I'm guessing it might eat people? I don't
No,
know.
this beast
Or
is
hurt people.
a Muslim beast, and he is going to teach you how to behave,
Oh, okay.
and he
That
will
sounds
make you white or black.
all right.
So if we go, let us go here.
But don't you think it's you know, people see black cats, like, you know, people see black cats and they like, oh, they associate that with, oh, like, you know, black cats are evil. It's like that kind of same
no, this
thing.
is okay, but this is can't be from God. But this is what your God said. Your prophet, he said, the black dog is the devil. Is that godly or this is stupid thing?
But do you not think that?
Is it stupid? Do you agree with me to
Yeah,
associate the color of a black cat with evil cat?
yeah. Obviously, I do think
Okay,
that's silly when people say that
but
because
this is what you
I have a cat that's also black and
but this is
white.
what your prophet said. Your prophet says the black dog is the devil, and I will show it to you. But let us see here what the Quran is saying, because you are saying that this is maybe metaphorically, not physically correct about being black face.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Well,
think it.
read with
I
me
would,
here.
I would interpret it as that because I cannot take.
All
If
right.
I was to take
This
it
is the
literally, I
story.
would then.
This is the story according to your prophet and his companions. The beast will come out from the ground. You see my screen?
Yeah, I do see your
All right.
screen.
So
It
this
is
is
quite small for me, but yes, I can see it.
so this is I can post the link for you so you can open it if you want. I will post the link. Here we
No,
go.
no, it's okay. I'll go with you. It's all right. You don't
All
have
right.
to
So
do
here
that.
there is a beast is going to come from the ground, and this
Yeah,
beast is going to have, let me show you, is going to have the ring and
yeah.
staff, the ring of Solomon, magical ring, and the
Yeah.
staff of Moses. Let us see together.
Okay.
Read with me. Can you read for me what you see in the screen?
It is a little bit small for me because I'm on my phone and my screen isn't
Okay.
enlarged.
A beast will emerge from the earth, and with it will be the staff of Moses and the ring of Suleiman. Suleiman means Solomon. Peace
Yeah,
be
yeah.
upon both. It will strike the nose of this believer with the staff of who? Of Moses. And it will make his face, the face of the believer, bright, which means white, with the ring. Until when the disbelievers, they meet, they, like, like they meet, they see each other by color. What do you think about this? Is that metaphorical now or physical?
I'm not really. I guess that provides a bit of context, but
Let us continue reading. Maybe that will give us more. It will strike the nose. It will strike the nose of the disbelievers with the ring, and will make his face, the face of the believers, bright with the staff. Until when the people they gather for a meal, they will say to one another, "O believer, O disbeliever." Why? Because now there is only black and white. Correct?
yeah.
So how now Muslim they recognize who is a believer? He is very white. And how they recognize someone is not a believer? He is very black. And then it says here, and then this is the description of the beast. And let us continue. If you read with me here, it says, so, and there will be no disbeliever left without making black spot in his face, which will spread until his face is black as a result. Do you see it? Okay. And then before it says, we skip that by mistake, there will be no believer left without making a white spot in his face, which will spread until his face shining white as a result. Is that metaphorical now, or this is physical?
Well, yeah, that's obviously like literal. That's a bit more.
All right.
That's yeah.
So all non-believers, the penalty for them is being black. All the believers are going to be white. So if Islam is not racist, what is behind this?
I'm not really sure, but like I'm not really sure. I don't know, but I cannot believe that God would be racist. Yeah, I don't believe that that our Creator is racist. I believe the explanation that I was told for us being different is so that we can learn to accept one another. So I cannot believe how I was made. It was to rape comes from racism, because that just cannot be true. Like I can accept that, I can read that, and I can hear it, and I'll be like, okay, cool. But I've learned that it's not racist. So I can see and hear that. I just don't. I think we are, as human beings, are flawed, and maybe that's why we have racism.
Yeah, but this is God that's talking now. This is not a human being. This is not me and you. This is God. This is Quran.
Yeah.
So how? Okay, when Allah He created the white people and the black people, did He create the black people to go to hell from the beginning?
Well, obviously not.
Obviously not. Why?
No, I don't
How
think
come?
so.
How come?
Because he created us all equally. It's not about the color of our skin. It's about with what's in our heart. It's about what we follow. It's about the way we treat each other when we're alive.
Can you read for me? Can you read for me what is in the screen?
Sure, go on. Okay, is it Abu? Is it? I don't know how to pronounce the first name.
Don't worry about the name. Who cares?
Okay, reported God's messenger as saying, God created Adam when he created him, and struck his right shoulder and brought forth his offspring white like small ants, and struck his left shoulder and brought forth his offspring black as though they were charcoal. Then he said to the party on his right side, to paradise, and I do not care. And he said to the party on his left shoulder, to hell, and I do not care.
So who is the one going to go to heaven, and who is the one who is going to go to hell, based on your prophet's statement?
Well, from this, like reading it, obviously says the white offspring, white ants, and then the black ants are going to hell.
So the black people will go to hell, the white people will go to heaven, correct?
Yeah. Well, the ants, but yeah, I'm guessing they are human. They're like meant to be metaphors for human. Is that what it is?
Yeah, no, he is describing them how, because there is in the desert, there's white ants and there's black ants, So he's describing them as the color, like how black, how white they are. So the white, the offspring which is born from the right hand, the right hand in Islam present the hand of God. Because God have two hands, your God have two hands, and both of them, they are in the right side of Allah, correct?
Yeah.
So the reason Allah He chose the white to be born of the right hand, for those are the righteous people. The white people are righteous. And the reason that Allah He chose in the left hand to make the black offspring coming from, because Islam teach that black people are not righteous. This is not metaphorical no more. This is a clear evidence that from the beginning Islam believe that all black are evil, all white are good.
Okay.
So what do you think?
I mean that's pretty damning. But race, for me, like race isn't all. Like I can't just be like, okay, yeah, obviously, if God's racist, that's a problem. But like, I don't know what to do with that. I guess it's pretty bad, but I don't know what to do with that.
Well, if I am you, I will leave Islam, my friend. I mean, it's not about you do what not to do. Either we accept such an idea. For me, I met people who they are white, they are very evil. And I met black people who they are very good. And I met black, they are bad. And they are met, I mean, you meet from everybody. There is Asian, they are bad. There is Asian who they are good. There is bad and good everywhere. In the same family, you will find a brother, he is wonderful. The other brother is disgusting. So the same family, the same parents, the same ethnic, the same language, the same roof, the same milk, the same breast that they breastfeed from. Yet one is evil, one is good.
Yeah, but I understand. I do 100% see what you're saying. I think that that's true. I think that there is a point. There is some goodness in Islam, and there is obviously some things that
give me
are
one good thing about Islam. Go ahead.
like, for example, like the orphans and giving. For example, you cannot
Hold
treat
on.
orphans badly.
Is it true that Islam says to treat the orphan nice is by having sex with them?
No, I haven't seen that. So Surah An-Nisa, which talks about the orphans and like treating them rightly and splitting their giving them the right of heritage.
We will see. We will see how the Quran speak about how to treat the orphan nicely. If you fear that you shall not, hold on, just wait. If you fear that you shall not be able to deal justly with the orphan girls, then marry women of your choice. How in the world this religion teaching you? You see, I say to you, is it true that you treat the orphan by having sex with them? You said no. Correct? A second ago.
Yeah.
But the Quran is saying, Allah command you to treat the orphan kindly
of course.
by marrying little girls who they are orphan. We don't say orphan for someone she is 18, right?
No.
We say orphan for someone she is a child. A person cannot take care of itself, right?
Yeah.
So your God is commanding the Muslim to be good to the orphan. By what? By sleeping with them.
And marry them. So you have to marry them first.
This is sleep with them, no problem. Marrying them. They are kids. You know, is that how I can care? Is that how I do charity? So I see an orphan, I say, okay, girl, go to my bed, I will feed you, I will give you milk, but take off your panty. Is that how, excuse my language, is that how I can treat an orphan girl?
Well, no, you shouldn't really treat them like that.
Okay, but you are the one who mentioned to me, I said to you, give me one good thing about Islam. You said to me, Islam teaches us to treat orphan nice. This is not nice.
Yeah, because it says treat them justly.
Well, justly, this is justly. How does justly? I mean, justly what? Like, take care of them, feed them. I mean, listen, honest to God, God is my witness. I never have cats. I don't have animals in my house. I can show it right now from Amazon. I bought food for cats. There's a bunch of little cats around my house, and I bought food for them. They are not my cats. I have nothing to do with them. I can show right now my order in Amazon. So I feed cats. I'm not going to sleep with the cat to feed the cat. So
obviously,
if the little kitten, in order for me to take care of that kitten, let us say this orphan is a kitten, little tiny child. So what kind of a good person I am, in order to take care of someone, this person have to sleep with me. And even though it is a child.
But I don't think good, decent people would do that. I'm not, if I was raising a,
so are you saying decent
in
people,
my house.
So are you saying, my dear sister, are you saying decent people should not follow the Quran?
No, I'm just saying, obviously, the whole idea of treating them justly and nicely means to feed them, bathe them, clothe them.
No, but you are marrying them. Okay, can't you feed them without taking them to bed?
Well, obviously you can.
Does it say in the front of your eyes? Is that my translation? Am I faking things? This is the Quran.
No.
This is your Islamic website. Does it say marry other if you cannot do that? So okay. So now, is that how we can treat justly an orphan, a child? So we take advantage of their needs.
Well, no, obviously that would be really bad if they were a child.
So this is not decency then.
And even if they weren't a child, you cannot do that. You shouldn't do that to them.
But this is not decency then, correct?
I guess in that context it wouldn't be very nice to do that.
But is it decency? I mean, it's not about nice. You see, this is not about nice. I want you to focus with me and be, I'm assuming that Amina, she is an honest person. She will give me an honest answer. Is that decency? If you heard that I saw an orphan who need food, and I say to her, listen, baby, I will marry you, I will feed you, you know, come to my home, come here, I have candy for you.
It sounds so disturbing. Don't say that.
So, what do you think about what I just did? Is that disgusting?
Yeah.
Or this
Yeah,
is
well,
good?
obviously, I think it would be kind of under child grooming, and you would probably be
Exactly.
like, you know,
And this is what
rest-
Islam is about. So, what is good about Islam? So, we just showed you your
I mean,
prophet
like,
saying
for
black
example,
people.
like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you know, having grown up in it, I feel that, like, okay, for the most part, I have seen goodness. You cannot, like, okay, I'm, you know, like exploring the Bible, really, really lovely stuff. It touches my heart, and I'm like, that's amazing. But then you know, I look at the way I grew up and the way that the people and the culture and the society that I was a part of, and I just think this cannot be, you know, like, you know, these people are Muslim. We're all Muslim. We live our normal lives, and we do good things, and because we want to please Allah.
I don't know. You fail to
So,
give
like,
me anything good you do. Give me a good thing you do. Lying.
you
Okay.
know, like,
Okay. Let
we
us go.
pray,
When you say
fast
we Muslims, when you
through
say you
Ramadan.
Muslims, no, hold on. So what Ramadan? I mean, you eat more in Ramadan. People get more fat in Ramadan. You don't lose
Yeah,
weight.
that is okay. I mean, yeah, that's, you know, there is some evidence to
So,
suggest
so
that it's
your
kind of.
fasting is not a true fasting. You just switch the day to night and the night to day, and that's all. And you eat more, and actually, food got
And
more
we do give
expensive.
zakat, you know, you give charity,
Okay,
you
even
know,
your
send
zakat,
money.
you don't give it because you're a good person. You give it because you promised. If you give, Allah will forgive you. So you bribe God, you give money. So, oh, forgive me, Allah. It's not because you are a good person. You see, if I do something for the sake of some return, that means I am not a good person because I will get the
So,
return anyway.
can I ask you a
If
question,
I believe in
CP?
God, I'm not seeking return, then I'm a believer. But
Can
if
I
I
ask
am
you a
just seeking return, then I am not a believer.
Can I ask you a question? What do you think of all the Muslims that are living their, you know, kind of ordinary lives, do their best to follow the Quran, and just, you know, do that, like, and you know, we can. You can't say they are bad people. Like, you know,
You
we
see,
live our
I am
ordinary lives.
Amina.
We do.
I'm not here to talk about bad people, because I am sure your
Yeah,
parents
but
are. No,
you
hold
do
on.
seem to be.
Let me answer. Let me answer. So
Okay, sorry, go on.
I'm sure that you are coming from a good family. But how that prove
I
Islam to
do.
be okay? So how that prove Islam to be good? Let us say I'm good. I'm coming from a bad family, but how that prove Christianity to be bad? So you are mixing things up. You coming from a good family doesn't make you coming from good religion. You are coming from good family
Yeah,
because your parents. Okay,
but the religion is our.
did your mom teach you that you can like your husband?
No,
Why?
no,
Why
I
your
just
mom
never.
she will not? Why your mom she will not teach you that?
I mean, she hasn't really taught me what
No,
to
but I
say,
mean,
or
why? Okay, let's say in the future you have a child. Do you
yeah,
encourage your child, your daughter? Let's say you have a daughter, God is
yeah.
willing, and you told your daughter, hey, daughter, you should like your husband. Is that a good teaching?
Well, obviously not. That's morally corrupting
But
your
isn't it
soul, because every lie
exactly?
that
But isn't this what your prophet said? The man he can lie
I
to his husband, the man can lie to his
yeah.
wife, and the wife can lie to her husband.
But I don't know that many. I don't know that many people take that seriously. Like, I
So
don't
are you
think.
saying to me that the good Muslim is the one who don't take Islam seriously? Because if you take Islam seriously, you follow it, you become corrupt.
I think. Okay, no. Well, for
Amina,
example.
you just said you are corrupting your kid. You said that to me when I
Yeah,
asked you about.
obviously
Okay, so
lying.
you agreed that Muhammad is corrupting your kids.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, I'm not saying Muhammad is correcting our
No,
kids.
no,
I'm
you
just
said
saying the
that. No,
whole
you said
principle
that.
of
I
lying.
said to you, listen, Amina, listen. You know, you are really funny. I'm not
No,
making
I'm
fun of you,
not.
by the
I'm
way,
just trying to
but you
tell
are the one
you.
who used the word corrupt, and I'm listening
Okay.
carefully. You know, I listen to the heart of people and to their words and voice. So
Okay.
you said, and everybody heard you, if I do that, I am obviously corrupting my kid.
Yes, that's
So
morally corrupting your
if you
child.
listen to the teaching of Muhammad, you will end with what? Corrupting your kid.
But Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I teach my child to lie, then I am teaching them to corrupt their souls, and I don't want to do that.
So why you don't follow Muhammad then? Obviously you don't like Muhammad teaching.
But I do think, you know, Muhammad has other teachings that are, you know, maybe better. I don't hold the view that Muhammad was this perfect human being that didn't make any mistakes, because obviously his
Is
marriage.
that about Muhammad being perfect, or is about God teaching? So are you saying to me Muhammad was giving false teaching, not from his God?
I think some of his teachings surely cannot. I don't know. I just think some of his teachings are questionable. As a person that is living in this world right now, I cannot encourage my child to lie. I wouldn't encourage them to lie. I wouldn't encourage the man that I marry in the future to have, you know, 4 wives or up to 4 wives, because I've seen it happen in my own family, and it's horrible. It's not good for anybody. I always tell that to everybody that kind of glamorizes the 4 wives thing, and I say no, it's horrible. Everybody's miserable, including the children. The children don't have an identity. Don't do that. It's not okay. Stop glamorizing it, because it's a load of nonsense. But I can understand that the Quran says that. I can see that the Quran says that, but I don't know that everything that you know, when you do something in practice and it doesn't work, but that doesn't mean to say that,
Question.
you know.
Amina, did you hear the video of Ali Dawa, and he is from England, about having secret wife?
I've seen multiple videos of him talking about like polygamy and stuff, and like having, I don't know if
this
it's about
video,
wife.
why men get secret second wife, and if you watch the video, you will see that they agree that the Prophet said you can lie to your wife and you can have a second wife. Okay. Do you like your, I want you to be honest with me. Do you agree with the teaching of Islam that your husband, he marry you, he said to you in the morning, I love you, and afternoon he said that to other secret wife, and by night he said to the third secret wife, and by the other morning he said to the fourth secret wife? What kind of religion, this religion we are talking about? Go ahead.
I wouldn't, obviously. If I was seeking out a husband, I wouldn't want that at all. And you know, and if he was doing that, I'd feel betrayed, and that's not the kind of life that I want to live in. At the very least, we could do is be honest with people and tell them what you're going to do. But I don't agree that you should have a secret second, third wife or whatever. That's not right. You shouldn't do that.
Let us hear, me and you, for a little bit, what Ali Dawa he said and Mimi Hijab, and give me your comment.
I think accurately, that take on another wife and all the responsibilities that come with another wife. How many men will agree to that?
For example, if one says, I sense that you've got a second wife, can he say, no, I don't?
Yes, you can. You can say that.
You can say that.
Yes, I personally believe this is.
If we sit down and we talk about it, and I take my selfish needs out of it, i.e., me wanting him all to myself, I need to understand them. So I need to sit down and I need to really think about how this is going to affect him. It could lead him into doing zina.
Imagine, Amina, this Muslim woman, she is saying that when she takes one husband only for herself, she is being selfish.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit silly. I think you then have to consider the caliber of men and the standard of that you're setting for yourself. I don't believe in this. You know, I live in. I hear everything. I get the red pill community of men have desires that need to be met, blah blah blah. The Andrew Tates of the world, blah blah blah. You know, alpha males, da da da. I don't. I think that whole idea is nonsense. It's immoral. It's corrupting society. It shouldn't happen. And I don't believe in the fourth wife. I can, you know, you can still be a Muslim and not want that. I don't think it's not one of those articles of faith that you have to say, oh well.
How you can be a Muslim and you don't need to believe in that if this is what Islam teach.
Yeah, but you know, just because it says you can do it doesn't mean you have to do it. You have to discern for yourself.
It's not about. It's not actually. You are not even qualified to say what you can take, or the female. It's the man decision. The man. So you are in Islam, you cannot even discuss this issue and say, oh, this is not right. Who are you? I'm not disrespecting you, by the way. In Islam, you are nobody.
No.
As you see, those men, they brought 4 Muslim girls, put them in the stage with no shame. And one of them, she said, I understand that men, they want to have more intimacy. So we know that this is about sex. So what kind of religion sacrifice family bonds with intimacy, and how that will make the man have a better family? Because
Yeah.
if you have children, I will tell you, when I was a kid in the Middle East, I grew up between Muslims. So once there's a kid, he come to my house, I go to his house, and once he said the F word to his brother. He said it to his mother. I said, you idiot, how you say that? Isn't him your brother? He said, oh yeah, but his mother is not my mother. This is the first time ever I see someone, because I thought all of them, they are like us, Christians. 1 woman, 1 man, 1 family. There's no my mother and your mother. But it turned to be in the Muslim family are very much divided. And then I learned how they even kill each other for the sake of the money. How the women pull the hair of each other fighting over a dress the husband he bought, or a perfume. How things is corrupt and disgusting. How the family is so much destroyed. How the kids, when the father he died, later the same kid, when his father died, they were shooting at each other for the sake of the money. So how that will make a family if I teach my followers to lie to their wives, husband lie to his husband, to the wife lie to her husband, children are hating each other, seeking secret wives just for the sake of, intimacy.
Yeah.
And here we ask ourselves, when God, he created Eve, what Adam was doing? He was watching porn because Eve is not enough?
Well, I don't think porn existed in heaven.
So you see, the idea, all the excuses they are giving is false, is stupid, is satanic. And a man, this, in the Bible says, the Bible describes actually the women the same as the church. And the man, he gave himself the same as the Messiah. He's using voice changer. This guy, he don't dare even to use his voice. Anyway, so in the Bible, it's a man, he give himself to the women, and the women with the man will be united. Echad. That is very beautiful. So
yeah,
why in Christianity we can have one, and they are talking about if you don't have a one woman, then you are going to cheat. Well, okay, Muhammad, when Khadija, she was alive, he have only 1 wife. Did he cheat?
I hope not.
He did. Muhammad, he went. Yeah, according to the stories, this is supposedly after Muhammad. He went to the house of his own son after Khadija's death, and he flirted with her, with his wife.
Oh, Zainab.
Zainab, exactly. So now we know what kind of a prophet you have, and what kind of religion you are born to, Amina. So I ask you, you sound like a decent lady, and your family, they are a good family, and obviously Islam does not fit with you, and you don't fit with Islam. So why you don't leave?
I think I respect my family. I love them, and like I mentioned to you, I come from a family with multiple wives. Multiple, it's very messy. I wouldn't. If there's anybody out there, please don't do it. Your kids will grow up confused. And so that's the only thing I have to say. But I think the reason why I don't is because I hold to the idea that, obviously my family is, my whole lineage, my tribe spread Islam, across what helped spread Islam. They fought for it, and I don't know what else is. I like I said, I've been reading about Christianity and stuff. I do think has some very beautiful elements. The Old Testament's less so. New Testament really, really touches the heart. but I think I look around me, and I was, you know, with my cousins today, and I look at them and I see them and I see how decent they are. I see how decent everybody around me is, and I do, you know, because I've been watching your videos, and I think, and I hear what you're saying, and I hear what you say to the people that debate you, and I just think surely that it's not the truth, because if it is, then then everybody around me, we're all decent, we're all good people, we've all been brought up with the foundations of Islam, so how can that be, you know?
Well, you know, about
If
this,
Islam
about
is corrupt,
Amina, about decency, I don't agree with you. I say, and I'm not trying to insult you, I came to the Middle East, I never saw decency. The grocery store, they cheat. The butcher, he cheat. The judge, he cheat. The police is a cheater. The governor is a thief. The imam is a child molester. I mean, everybody is a, you know, and then, but everybody pray 5 times. They wear white clothes on the Friday. When they want to pray, they open the windows so all the neighbors can see them, that they are praying. When Ramadan come, they put salt in their mouth, but they eat all day long. So when they leave the house, they put salt so they can make their lips dry. So what I learned about Muslim, that decency is the last thing. I'm not talking about your family. I don't know you. I'm not trying to insult you. But my experience
No,
with decency, that
This also
Islam
can be
is
said about
zero
Christians.
decency.
yeah, I have a few
I wanna-
questions to ask, because nobody has ever answered me this question right, and I'm going to mention it. I hope that nobody gets offended. But have you ever heard about, this is not to derail the topic, it's just a question that I have to help me understand, because if it is, then I don't know what to do. Have you heard about FGM, female genital mutilation? Like,
Yeah, the Muslim they practice that, and this is one of the
yeah, but
reasons.
is it because, no, like, I've asked people around me, and I've said, is it in the Quran? Is it Sunnah? Is it, and you know, they say no, because you know, most other Muslim countries, it seems to be rife in, you know, North Africa and parts of West Africa, but other people who are also Muslim, you know, in the East and stuff, don't do it, and so it must not be Islamic, you know. So I'm just wondering, from your knowledge and from your,
Yeah, but
I haven't.
okay, but I want to ask you,
It's not in the Quran.
if this is not Islamic, so where the Muslim get this from?
Culture.
I don't know.
Why does it
don't
have
know
to be
if-
Islamic, by the way?
We have a Muslim here trying to join us. Can you give us just some time? I will be with you, my friend, if you don't mind.
I just don't want you to. Yeah, I'm being muted. Hello?
Just wait a little bit. A little bit, I will be with you. So, and Amina will join
Can I
us.
engage
too.
in the conversation? Is that possible?
Yeah, you can, but just a second. All right? Okay.
Yeah, just one thing. I'll just say 2 things. And I mean, I don't know why you're asking a Christian a Muslim question. I don't know why.
I'm asking because I'm asking
to do,
because
but
I have
anyways.
asked. Are you willing to let me respond? I've asked people in my community, and they've said no, it's not. And so I from what I can understand, I can see that, okay, despite Christian Prince's ways of talking that I may not be 100% fond of, I can see that there is a bit of honesty in him that I'm
He's
willing
been
to listen
insulting
to.
the whole time. Where's the honesty? An honest
Okay.
person wouldn't
Yeah,
insult
but-
somebody for saying something like that.
Amina, can I talk to him? But just don't leave, please. So, Mr. Ratham, your name?
Rhythm.
Okay. You said that this is coming from the culture, correct?
No, I didn't say it's coming from the culture. I said, why does it have to come from Islam? It can come from culture, no? Necessity, it comes from
No.
Islam.
So where it's coming from? Women and men circumcision. It's coming from where?
What's woman's circumcision? And show me where it is in Islam.
No, I'm asking you. She just mentioned it. Are you saying she's lying?
Yeah, I said, show me where it is in Islam. I didn't
Are
say
you?
she didn't
So I'm
mention it.
asking you, why Muslim they do it if it's not in Islam?
Yeah, we don't know. It's most likely culture. Why? It's not Islam, because I've never heard of something like that in Islam. And I'm asking you to provide evidence of such female circumcision.
Okay, all right. Let us go
Anyways,
and see.
and also
no,
another
hold
thing
on.
is, you're
no,
telling-
hold on. So you
Wasn't
said
it
this
just-
is culture. This is not your religion teaching, correct?
Sure, yeah.
I would be honored if it's not. That would be amazing. But like I said, I'm asking somebody
I
that.
mean, I'd say this is a question to ask an imam.
Yeah, like I said,
You see,
I-
he is
Christian Prince.
trying to avoid what I'm saying. So
Look,
Amina,
look,
don't ask Christian
I'm not.
Prince.
I'm waiting for you to
No,
provide
no,
your
I'm
evidence.
asking
waiting for
you.
to
I'm
provide your
asking
evidence. Go
you.
ahead.
I'm asking you. Listen. So, is it from Islam teaching women they should do circumcision, or it is not?
What is women's circumcision exactly? I don't understand what that is.
Cutting her clitoris.
Cutting
it
her what?
varies. It has
Cutting
4
her
different
clitoris.
types.
So, is cutting the clitoris of the women is Islamic or not?
I don't know. I don't believe it's Islamic.
So you said you are teaching her to ask who, but you yourself, you are a grown man, you do not know anything about this?
So yeah, it's not Islamic. I want you to show.
How come
That's
you are
possible.
sure it's not Islamic? Is that because it's ugly and
Because I don't
evil?
believe I've heard of any of this. I've discussed many of these moral
So
topics.
is that
I've never heard of.
let me ask you, is that disgusting to hear that there is some people they do circumcision for women?
What's the benefit of the circumcision?
I'm asking you, is it disgusting for you or not? You tell me.
I'm asking you, what's the reason for the circumcision?
I'm
There
asking
can be
you,
disgusting
see,
things
stop
such as
asking me,
surgery, but
asking
it's
you,
not a
my
good
friend.
cause.
Can you tell me what is your opinion of women circumcision? Is it good?
What
Is it
does
bad?
my opinion have to do with this? What
You
does my
are,
opinion
so
have
why
to
you are
do with
joining
this?
me here to sing for me? We are exchanging opinion. So I'm asking you. You are the one who
Yeah,
jumped in the
my opinion
conversation.
is subjective.
I did
My
not
opinion
even
is subjective.
invite you
It
to
doesn't
join
matter
the
what my opinion
conversation. You
is.
are the one who jumped voluntarily to talk about it. So I'm asking you: is women circumcision? Are you with or against?
That's a false dichotomy. I'm asking you, what is the benefit of it?
You tell me.
What's the
You are the
benefit
one
of
who's doing it.
female
It's you who's
circumcision?
doing it. So what the benefit of
Can
it? You
I
tell me.
can I
Who told you I'm doing
can I
I
provide
don't know what
can
that
I
is.
provide
Okay, hold on. Here we go. This is your prophet. He is the one who is teaching them how to do it. And you are a false Muslim because you said to her, ask an imam. She said, I will ask Christian Prince because he have knowledge. And obviously he is saying the truth. And I never say something without showing reference. Is that
Yeah,
your,
like-
is that the hadith? Read the hadith and read. Don't tell me
Wait,
this is
can
not
you go
Islamic.
down? Can you go down?
So apologize.
I need to
So
see. I
apologize
need
for
to
saying
see
this
if
is not
the hadith-
Islamic. I will
I
show
need
you.
to see if the hadith
The hadith is
sahih or
the
not.
hadith is da'if.
I need to see.
Da'if.
So it's da'if, so why it's not accepted?
Well, I
It's
changed my
unreliable.
mind. It's Hassan. It's da'if. Sorry, it's authentic. Here we go. You're a potato. So see, it's da'if. It's da'if. Allahu Akbar is da'if. It is sahih. I was joking with you because I know that you are a fraud. So listen. So now it's circumcision. Answer the women. The lady, she asked, why in the world you want to do circumcision for the women? And you are the one who said, you are the one.
Weak right there. Read it. Read it.
What? Read what?
Read it.
Read what?
Read. Abu Dawood said Muhammad bin Hassan is obscure. Read it.
What?
Read what Abu Dawood says.
What he said? Go ahead.
Go down. I know you're bad at English.
okay.
I know you don't know English.
Okay.
Read these 2 words. Read.
But doesn't matter. The end, the grade is sahih. The grade is sahih. The grade. Get out
Can I
of here.
just say-
You see, I don't have time for kids. Just
Can I
get out of here. I don't have time for kids.
whether it's daif or not, whether it's sahih, it's
No,
it's,
it
it's
is
still
sahih.
practice.
Look what he
And
is.
it's-
Look what he is doing.
No.
Look at the hypocrisy. This is
I see
the
it.
grade is authentic. He's talking about different hadith. This is not even Abu Dawood. This is here. He's talking about that. This is a comment. This is not even the hadith. So he's a hypocrite. He challenged me. He said this is not Islamic. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I prove it to him in a second that this is Islamic and Muhammad is teaching them how to do it?
Yeah. And whether it's, I would just like to say to him, whether he believes it's a weak hadith or not, it's still practice and it still affects.
But this is mean, Amina. This is not culture. That's false. See, he said it's culture. It's not. Muhammad,
Yeah.
he is the one who commanded them, and he is teaching them how to do it.
Yeah, and I'm not. The reason why I brought it up is because it's something that does affect a lot of people, whether he believes it to be, whether that is his position is weak or not. I would like to say it affects so many people, and that's the reason why I asked, because it's one of those things that I have been told that it's not sunnah based on where you are geographically in the world. I have asked some of my friends who are from parts of Asia, and they've said that, they're devout Muslims. They say, oh, it's not a part of our culture. But past some of my friends from the same regions where I'm from, yes, it affects them. So I just want to know what it was, and if it was true or not, whether it was an Islamic thing or not, because I'd like to know, because I've been told that it's cultural from certain people, but I also don't.
Look what the Muslim they do. You show them the reference. It says the grade is authentic. He chose to say, look, it says obscure, but this is your book. And Christian Prince, you lied. You say this is culture. This is number one. This is not culture. This is the teaching of Muhammad. And for hadith to be written, translated, published in many Islamic books, and you say to me it's obscure, then you Muslims are a bunch of corrupt people who accept false stories about your prophet. And then not only that, at the end they say it is authentic. So when I said to him it is da'if, he jumped, he was happy. I said it is authentic. No, look, it says obscure. But we know that this is a practice that never come from nowhere,